Okay, welcome back, students. Today we are going to discuss part 1 of Unit 3, that is diversity of life. But before I start the main content, I would like to inform that the images used in our slides are for education purpose only. We respect intellectual property right of the original creator and owner of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this PPT, have any concern, any issue, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. And in today's video lecture, we are mainly discussing about 5 kingdom classification: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So first of all, we must understand the term biodiversity. Bio means life. Okay, and diversity means variety. Right. So there are so many variety of life is present on our planet Earth. Okay, so there is a great diversity among living organisms which are found in our Mother Earth. And how they differ? Because they differ in their structure, they differ in their habitat, their habit, their mode of nutrition, their physiology. So on the basis of different criteria, on the basis of different type of their structure, on the basis of their different type of mode of nutrition, their physiology type, we can categorize these organisms into various categories. And collectively their study comes under this particular heading, that is known as biodiversity. Okay, as of now, planet Earth is having approximately 40 million species. Okay, but out of 40 million, only 1.7 million has been described yet. Okay, so diversity among different organisms. Diversity, this is a very important line for biodiversity, definition of biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is a diversity or variety among different organisms. All the type of variety present among different organisms comes under biodiversity category. Right? So to understand all the type of organism, all the type of plant, animals, okay, scientists group all the animals into various category. Okay, so first of all, the main name come on this taxonomy of biodiversity related work. This is Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, he was a very renowned scientist. Okay, and he first categorized all the animals, okay, into various categories, and who actually wrote his work into two different very famous book known as Systema Naturae, and this is for animal, and Systema Plantarum is another book written by him, that is for plants. Okay, so first of all, heading is present in this particular slide is taxonomy. So first understand the term. Let's understand this term taxonomy. Taxonomy is a branch of biology which deals with the identification of animal or plant or organism is the right term. Okay, so branch of biology which deals with the identification, naming and classification of living organism. Okay, that branch of biology that deals with the identification, naming and classification of the living organism is known as taxonomy. Okay, so this taxonomy is a Greek word meaning rendering of order. Okay, so it was Carolus Linnaeus who actually used this word taxonomy first time in his book Systema Naturae. Systematics means systematics may be defined as the systematic placing of organisms into various groups or various taxa on the basis of certain relationship or certain criteria between the organisms, certain relationship between the organisms. Okay, so systematically He classify organisms into various taxa, various group depending upon their relationship between organisms. Okay. So why there is a need for classification? Next question arises, why there is a need for classification? Because first reason is it is not possible for anyone to study all the organisms. Okay, but if they are grouped in some convenient way to study, then if they are grouped according to common features they found or common type of nutrition or some common relationship, then it would easier to correct it would easier as the character of a particular group or a particular family would apply to all the individual of that group. So that's why classification or grouping is essential. Okay, so this is the second reason. And third reason, this classification allow us to understand the diversity better. How from the simplest organism, this multicellular or complicated organism will develop. Okay, so these are the reasons for the classification. So according to historical prospect, initially Aristotle classified plant and animal into two broad category. Plants according to their size and shape, he categorized into tree, shrub and herb category, and animals into two different category on the basis of the presence of RBC, which means those are having red blood. He grouped into one category, and those animals which didn't have red RBC or red blood, he categorized it into another category. But after some time, this Carolus Linnaeus, who is popularly known as father of nomenclature, he categorized whole organism into two kingdom. Okay, in 17th century, 1753, he was mainly involved in describing 5,900 species of plant in this book, is species Plantae. And in Systema Naturae, he has described 4,200 species of animals. So this is Plantae, species Plantae is for plants, and this another book, Systema Naturae, is for animal. He described various animal species in Systema Naturae. Carolus Linnaeus is also famous for giving binomial system of nomenclature. Okay, according to him, two different terms denote a single species name, and first term which is a genus term which is known as genus, and second term is species. Okay, so he has done a lot of work related to taxonomy, and that's why he is known as father of taxonomy. And after so many years of Carolus Linnaeus, in 1969, R.H. Whitaker proposed 5 kingdom classification on the basis of certain features, certain criteria, on the basis of cell structure, on the basis of thallus organization, on the basis of their mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. He categorized various animals or various organisms, organism term is more correct, into 5 different kingdoms like Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So this is the classification. Initially, organism he has classified into two different category, in which primitive type of nucleus found comes under prokaryote category, in which true nucleus eukaryotes, prokaryotes contains Monera. All the animals, all the organism, again animal is not the right thing. All organism is the correct word I have to use over here. So all the organisms belong to Monera, comes under prokaryotic category because they are having primitive type of nucleus. Okay, in eukaryotes further divided into two different category. Some are unicellular. All unicellular comes under Protista category, single celled organism. Okay, multicellular organism, all those organisms whose body or who are having multicellularity in their level of organization. And on the basis of the presence of cell wall or absence of cell wall, again multicellular organisms categorized into three different type of category: without cell wall, Animalia, okay, Animalia kingdom, and with cell wall, again he is classified into two different category. All those who are not able to perform photosynthesis comes under phylum, right? And all those who are able to photosynthesize or autotrophic, who are able to synthesize their own food in the presence of sunlight, comes under this Plantae category. So this is how Whitaker classify various organisms into 5 kingdom. Okay, so this is the 5 kingdom classification. On the basis of what? On the basis of cell type, on the basis of cell wall, presence of cell wall, on the basis of the presence of nuclear membrane, on the basis of their body organization and their mode of nutrition. On the basis of these character, these organisms are classified into 5 different category: Monera, Protista, fungus, Plantae, and Animalia. Okay, so Monera contains all the primitive type of nucleus. So prokaryotes, just now we have discussed. While others, Protista, fungus, Plantae, and Animalia, all 4 type contains true nucleus, means eukaryotic, right? So on the basis of cell type, they have categorized into 2 category. Now next type of categorization, what is the next character? That is presence of cell wall. Means in Monera, non-cellulosic cell wall is present. Means this cell wall contain polysaccharide plus amino acid only. No cellulose, right? In Protista, some type of organisms are having cell wall present in some, while this type of cell wall present fungus, yes, cell wall is present, but without cellulose. Plantae, compulsory, all the cells is having cellulosic cell wall, while in animal, cell wall is absent. So except Animalia, all these Monera, Protista, fungus, Plantae, they are having cell wall, but different type of cell wall, right? Means in Monera, non-cellulosic means cell wall contains only polysaccharide plus amino acid, no cellulose, while in some members of Protista category, some are having cell wall, while in fungus, cell wall is present but without cellulose. Okay, while in Plantae, compulsory cellulose is present in the cell wall. Third type of character which taken as consideration that time is nuclear membrane. So if Monera is all the cells which are having prokaryotic type, means primitive type of nucleus, so obviously they are not having nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane is absent in Monera, while all other, they all are having intact nucleus, means nuclear membrane is present. Okay, body organization, Monera cellular, Protista again cellular, fungus because they are single-celled organism, all are single-celled organism, while in fungus multicellular or loose tissue. In Plantae, so many type of organs is there, so many type of tissue is there. Similarly for Animalia, organ system is there, tissue system is there, right? And last character which is present in this table is mode of nutrition. So in Monera, they all the organisms under this particular kingdom are autotrophic, means they are able to prepare their food by themselves only. Okay, so chemisynthetic or photosynthetic or heterotrophic or saprophytic or parasitic, but they can synthesize their food by themselves only. autotrophic. Similarly, some Protista, they are also autotrophic, means, and mostly are photosynthetic, means they are having chloroplast, right? And heterotrophic. And this fungus, heterotrophic, means for their food, to obtain their food, they are dependent upon saprophyte, decayed organism, and they also act as a parasite. So they are heterotrophic. Okay. Plants, they are autotrophic, totally photosynthetic. They are having chlorophyll in them. And Animalia, again heterotrophic, means holozoic or saprophytic. So this is next type of character, mode of nutrition, on the basis of which this classification has been done by previously by the scientists. Okay. Now, next, yes, 6 kingdom classification. So after 5 kingdom classification, this Carl Woese proposed 6 kingdom classification. And according to him, they placed Archaebacteria and Eubacteria under prokaryotes, and the rest 4 kingdom like Protista, fungus, Plantae, Animalia under eukaryotes. Okay, he separates actually Archaebacteria from Eubacteria on the basis of some major difference. Okay, like absence of peptidoglycan in the cell wall of the former, and occurrence of branched chain lipid in the membrane. So what, on the basis of what? Absence of peptidoglycan. This one is not present in Archaebacteria, and branched chain lipid, and the presence of lipid is present. Branched chain lipid is present in Archaebacteria. So on the basis of this character, they have separate out Archaebacteria from the Eubacteria. Okay. Now, so first of all, let's discuss some main character of the all the organisms present under kingdom Monera category. So all the bacteria comes under this particular heading. So bacteria are the sole member of kingdom Monera. Okay. So bacteria are the sole member of this kingdom Monera. As you know, bacteria occur almost everywhere, and bacteria are grouped under 4 different categories according to their shape, as you can see over here. According to their shape, first is spherical, means ball-like shape. This one, cocci. All the type of cocci comes under, all the bacteria having this spherical shape comes under this category. Some bacteria are having rod-shaped structure. Rod-shaped structure comes under this category, and mainly bacilli. All the type of bacilli bacteria comes under this category. Some bacteria are having comma-shaped structure, like Vibrio. Okay, so they comes under this Vibrio category. Okay, some bacteria are having a spiral-shaped structure, and they are also having flagellum on their end, longitudinal end. So spirella, they comes under this category. So bacteria are grouped under 4 different categories according to their shape, like cocci, bacilli, vibrio, and spirella. Some of the bacteria are autotroph, means they synthesize their own food from inorganic substance. They may be photosynthetic autotroph, or they may be chemisynthetic autotroph, means they are able to synthesize their own food. Some are having photosynthetic pigment, while some used some inorganic substrate to synthesize their own food. They comes under chemisynthetic category or chemisynthetic autotrophic category. Most bacteria are heterotrophs. means they do not synthesize their own food, but they depends upon the other organisms like on dead or decaying material for their food purpose. Okay, so they depends upon other organisms or on dead organic material for their food. Okay, so some are autotrophic, and further autotrophic are categorized into two categories: photosynthetic type or synthetic type. Some are heterotrophic as well. Some bacteria are heterotrophic, some are autotrophic. So for heterotrophic, they are depends upon the dead or decaying material. Okay, now archaebacteria. So these type of bacteria are special bacteria since they live in some of the harsh habitat. Archaebacteria are present on the harsh environment, harsh habitat like extremely salt environment, and those bacteria are present in extremely salt environment or salty area are known as halophiles. This is the special term given by the scientist. What we call it? Halophiles. Those bacteria which are able to survive under extreme saline condition. Extreme saline condition. Some bacteria are able to reproduce or able to live under hot water stream means they are able to survive under high temperature that are known as thermoacidophils. These are found in hot water spring, and the name of that type of bacteria is known as thermoacidophils. And some are able to survive under marshy area where methanogen is present in a comparatively high amount. Okay, so these all type of bacteria which are able to survive under harsh condition like high salt, high temperature, high methane, they all are comes under archaebacteria category. They all are comes under archaebacteria category. Okay, why? Because this archaebacteria is having a different type of cell wall, and this different cell wall feature is responsible for their survival in extreme condition. Okay, because of the presence of this different type of cell wall, they can resist extreme conditions. Okay, and methanogens are present. Some methanogens are also present in the gut of ruminants, means chopai, means cow, buffalo, cattles, we can say those animals which comes under the cattle's category. So some methanogen bacteria are present in their gut, and they are responsible for the production of methane, biogas, from the dung of these animals. Okay, now let's move to the next slide, that is eubacteria. Eubacteria means true. Like we have further initially we have divided organism into two different category: prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Pro means primitive, eu means true nucleus, primitive type of nucleus in prokaryotes, and true type of nucleus in eukaryotes. Similarly, eubacteria means true bacteria. And what is the characteristic of true bacteria? They have a rigid cell wall. If they are having motile activity, means they are having flagellum. Okay, so the cyanobacteria, which is popularly known as blue-green algae, have chlorophyll A, and these are photosynthetic autotrophs. Photosynthetic autotrophs. Cyanobacteria are unicellular, colonial, or filamentous. They may be freshwater or maybe marine or terrestrial algae. It depends upon the type of nature, but they may be maybe grown in freshwater or in a marine water or in terrestrial form. Okay, this is a filamentous blue-green algae picture. They are also having some heterocyst in them, which is used for the nitrogen fixation, atmospheric nitrogen fixation. Okay, so the colonies of blue-green algae are generally surrounded by the gelatinous sheath, as just now we have seen in this previous picture. They have this type of a structure, na? And surrounding of this their cell wall, there are this kind of gelatinous sheet. Okay, so their colonies are generally surrounded by gelatinous sheet. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies, just like this. If this water body is having so many contamination, so many sewage water or outside undigested substance, then very quickly algae produce its bloom in this polluted water, because they want to utilize the organic content present inside the water. So very quickly they form blooms in polluted water body. Some of these organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in a specialized cell called heterocyst. Just now I told you this. In previous slide you must saw the heterocyst. These are presented blue-green algae like non-stalk Anapina. This is the picture of cyanobacteria. Okay, now chemisynthetic autotrophs. Chemisynthetic autotrophs, as this name suggests, these bacteria oxidize various inorganic substances like nitrate, nitrite, and ammonia. They use this released energy after oxidation. They use this released energy for their ATP production. Okay, and they play a great role in recycling nutrients like nitrogen, like phosphorus, like iron and sulfur. Next type of bacteria, heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria are most common in nature as a decomposer. They are helpful in making curd from milk like lactobacillus. They are also useful in the production of antibiotics. Okay, they are also useful in fixing nitrogen in legumes of roots like rhizobium. Some heterotrophic bacteria act as a pathogen like cholera, like typhoid, like tetanus, like citrus canker in plants. These are all well-known disease caused by different bacteria. So these type of bacteria comes under heterotrophic bacteria category. There is another type of organism popularly known as mycoplasma. Very, very important point. This mycoplasma are organism that doesn't have a cell wall. That doesn't have a cell wall, means lack of cell wall. They are the smallest creature, smallest living cell known, and they can survive without oxygen. So in primitive environment, in primitive earth, first organism is this mycoplasma. Okay, so smallest living cell, mycoplasma, and they are survive with in the absence of oxygen only. Okay, and they don't have a cell wall. So this is all about today's lecture. If you have any doubt, any query related to today's lecture, could you please write down to me in the comment box? We will discuss it later on. Till then, take care, bye-bye, and keep learning. Namaskar.